Oh shoot, hold on, I messed that up. Let me rewind that for a second. I'm gonna be frank.
I'ma be frank. Nah, 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 nah. Oh, I'ma be frank. Yeah, yeah. I'ma be frank.
Rewind. This film, man, it is one that will definitely hold a special place in my heart, probably forever, for many, 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 many reasons. But I'll try to focus on just a few, so this ain't a super, super, super long video. It's already gonna be a long one. I'm just letting you know that now, but that way it won't be a super long one. I'll try to focus on a few points. One, it was my first time ever leading a feature film. Yes, I've led a number of short films. I've co-led a feature before. And I've been the lead in a play a couple times, but this is the first time that I was like the central lead in a full-length feature. I'm so excited, I can't even talk. Feature film, a leading role where there is a lot of dialogue and a lot of like stunts and action. You know, I learned so much about myself as an actor. I learned a lot about myself as it pertains to what I'm capable of doing, and how I'm able to allow my process to shift and change a little bit from what I'm used to doing, as far as it relates to preparing for a role. Deep down, I've always known and desired to be a leading man, and this process really allowed me to explore that and to learn what it's like to express that, and allow me to get some reps in. Reps that will be very important for me as I continue to hopefully be on this trajectory of more leading roles in the future. Because sometimes all we need in order to do great things is just the space and the opportunity to do it. And this is what Rewind, gave me. So going back to the stunt stuff that I was just talking about a minute ago, this is the first project that I got a chance to really go out and do like all my stunts and do like some intense stunts. Those of y'all who don't know me, I love fight choreography. I love it, I love it, I love it. I will say a common thread with I know now 3 Johns and 2 Scotts that, I'm noticing a common thread here. Like Johns and Scotts, man, if you got a fight choreographer or a stunts coordinator who's named John or Scott, you're probably in some good hands. Working with both of our fight coordinators, both named John, funny enough, and Victor Chong and Marion Lee, they all helped me level up to like the next level of like stunt work that I'm really excited about. Got my stunt pants, actually, little pads. I gotta return them, they're the wrong size, they're a youth medium, so gotta figure that one out. But yeah, like now I'm ready to be able to go even further and even deeper with stunt work. I still got a long way to go, a lot to learn, but I know a lot more basics. I know how to be even safer than I was before. And just like, whenever the next role opportunity comes along where I'm doing stunts, I'm doing it. Water stunts, we'll have to see because I can't swim, so. But for the most part, I'm gonna be wanting to do, and probably will be doing, Lord willing, all my stunts. So like I did for Rewind. So yeah. And the last thing for this video that I'll touch on is working with the cast and crew and the story. Working with a cast and crew like this is something that, all actors, we all dream about it. You can ask any actor, their dream scenario, like these things must be in place for me to really consider taking on a role and doing a project. And it varies from person to person, but the more common thing that you see more times than not is it has to be an extremely strong cast, an extremely, competent and confident crew. Specific focus is kind of on like directing and writing, and an amazing story, which kind of is more so on the writing side of things. And all of those elements I could say was here. I would even go as far to say like I got all those things in buckets with this project. Now, last thing, the story. Working with this story has challenged me in so many ways that I didn't know I needed to be challenged. And I am all the better for it on, coming out of it. Just tracking the time jumps alone and like which Cole am I in this moment, or am I future Cole, am I present Cole, am I past Cole? What is his feelings and emotions in this moment? What's his backstory? What is he bringing into this moment? How is he interacting with it? Just that element, not even the rest of the story, just that one element right there. Mental gymnastics, mental Olympics, but in the best way. But on top of all of that genuinely like fun stuff, like I'm not saying it's facetiously, but like all of that was fun for me to like work through because my brain is wired that way. On top of that, there was a lot of vulnerability woven and heart woven into this story. And, you know, this project, Rewind, and one other project that I worked around the same time, that rhymed saying that rhymed. What bars? All right. But nah, you know, this project and a project that I was working around the same time were the first times that I've actually had to be vulnerable. Like for real, what I call for real vulnerability on camera. Because most of the times I play characters that are very similar to me in life, which is, you know, usually kind of mellow, kind of in control, put together for the most part. And if I'm going to be vulnerable, it's going to be what I already predetermined that I was going to show you, or what I was going to allow you to see from me as vulnerability, versus like that real, like in the moment, like, oh no, I'm vulnerable. So I was honestly very, very scared to do it because, you know, my job as an actor is to be honest. I have to be so honest and real that no matter what your background is, your race is, you buy what I'm doing, and not just buy it like, oh yeah, I believe that, but like feel it. For the most part, like you should see something in yourself and what I'm doing. You should be able to relate to it, and only way you can be able to do that is if I'm being real. And I can show vulnerability, what it looks like, but like people can smell that fakeness a mile away. So that's why I was nervous, because I've never had to do it before in front of a camera, let alone in life. So I was real nervous about that. But I believe with Rewind and this other project that I can honestly say, was it perfect? Absolutely not. Is there so many things I would have did different? Yes. But I can say I was 100% honest and I gave what I had. And that's all I can do. And, you know, we'll see how it's received. And I want to continue to keep earning opportunities like these in way of vulnerability, to continue to deepen my range and get the chance to show my range as an actor. So like, yeah, this project threw me in the deep end when it comes to that, but in a good way. And I would say that, you know, with some assistance, I was able to, you know, float back to safety. And my experience with Rewind, all in all, has been one of just genuine, pure joy, fun, excitement. It was a project of growth, a project of drive, a project of determination, a project of passion, what it's like to lead something, maybe someday a franchise, you know what I'm saying? And I just can't wait for y'all to see it. I can't wait for y'all to see it. I can't wait to see what it does. Yeah, man, I'm genuinely excited for everybody on this project, in front of the camera, behind the cameras, and how this will, you know, just what it'll do. I'm really excited for it. Ultimately, I hope it's a story that anyone and everyone can relate to. And I hope they're entertained by it. I hope they are challenged by some things, and I hope they learn some things. Because I mean, there was many reasons why I wanted to do this project. One of which being the main storyline of like processing grief, and, you know, as a son losing a parent, how do you deal with that? And like, if you were given the ability to rewind and go back in time, what would you do with that? That was one of the big selling points for me, but also this project embodies my literal about me section of my website that I made, you know, years ago. Literally embodies it. So like, how could I not? So I'm thankful and grateful that I had this opportunity, and it's gonna be fire, y'all. So yeah, I'm done. As always, if you liked any of the content shared in this video, please take a moment to like the video, share the video, leave a comment, and don't forget to visit my website at frankoakley3rd.com. Thank you. Peace.